Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in June. I very welcome my friends and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. Are you feeling charitable? Then please smash the subscribe button and the like button, and please do follow me on Twitter at Movies TV Mad, opinion at a premium. We continue on the subject of Wonder Woman 1984 being delayed yet again, because I do feel this is very cowardly, and my frustrations really have been going with this film since 2019. So according to Discussing Film, and they've got the source as comicbook.com movies, Warner Brothers' Inception re-release will include new footage from Tenet and an exclusive sneak peek of select films on Warner Brothers. I am being told these include trailers of Matt Reeves' The Batman and James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. So if you're a DC fan, win-win. Or is it? Why are they doing this, right? They are putting Tenet's release date, right? They're putting Inception on Tenet's original release date. They have delayed Tenet to the 31st of July. Why? Why? You're literally, what, a week or two? What difference will it make? Why have you done this? Let me tell you why they've done this. They are testing the cinematic waters. They don't know how many people will go back to cinemas. So instead of taking the risk of Tenet, right, and just having them lose loads of money on Tenet, right, because they don't know. They don't know who's willing to go to cinemas, right? That's the problem. So what they're doing is they're re-releasing Inception, but that's not enough. They know that's not enough. But they are giving you the opportunity to see new footage from Tenet, the film that was supposed to be released on that very date, and other Warner Brothers trailers, including the much anticipated Matt Reeves' The Batman and James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. And they're thinking, right, this is going to test the waters, because if people are truly scared to go to cinemas, they're not even going to come for this new footage of these films. So I think I think the movie industry is bracing itself. This is the test. This is the test, boys and girls, right? And if this doesn't work, and if people don't go to the Inception re-release, then I think the conversations privately in Hollywood will go to VOD. And I think it's inevitable. I believe every studio wishes they could just do everything on VOD now, right? And just say, look, this is the future. It's going to make them money. As I've said, they can have a fixed price pay-per-view, have that going for a few weeks, and a few months down the line, release the movie on streaming platforms to buy, like Prime Video and things like that, then release it on hard copy, and they would make the same amount of money. You'd have a fixed price for the pay-per-view. As I say, $20, $25, $50. They're not necessarily dollars, pounds, sterling, whatever you deal with, right? Whatever currency you deal with. I think in that way, right, you would still make money. This would also take away the power from the movie pundits, Rotten Tomatoes, and there would be a lot less toxicity over movies. And you're putting the consumer in a powerful position to be able to control what they watch and when they watch it. Because it is my contention, not only is the cinema dead, the cinema has been dead for many years, I said in my earlier DC Daily video, but now you've got people too afraid to leave their own homes. Do you really think you can make $1 billion on Tenet? Let's see, what are you going to make on Wonder Woman 1984? In October, they hope, again, like with all the delays, that Wonder Woman 84 will be in a strong position, because the virus will be gone, and hopefully the Black Lives Matter demonstrations will calm down. Hopefully governments see the demonstrations and start to think we need to make this world fairer for people of colour as well, so everything can calm down. I know I'm a bit naive, but that's me. I want to live in a better world, and I know that you do too. But in terms of my passion, which is DC movies and movies in general, in an ideal world, I would love cinemas to reopen. And I would love to be able to go and see Wonder Woman 84 in August. I'm not allowed to do that. But they're businesses and they want to make money. And all of a sudden, we are in the new normal, as they're all saying in the media. And the new normal for Hollywood is it viable to release our content via movie theatres anymore. Movie theatres are bracing themselves and Hollywood are bracing themselves. So I think what happens in July is so important and so integral, because if people don't come out to that re-release, right, the Inception re-release, to watch that new footage of Tenet and those exciting new trailers, then the industry will look at each other and say, right, we have tried this experiment, people are just not going to come out to cinemas. Then they will probably wait, because they've given themselves some breathing space with the delays yet again, right? And then I think if the virus is still an issue, they can't be looking at releasing Wonder Woman 84 next year or Tenet next year, because it's pretty obvious, right, that Hollywood is a business and an industry, and it needs to make money now. These are films that you can watch in your own home. They can make millions of dollars from this, right? They can, as I say, they can charge pay-per-view. They are testing the waters. I believe that cinemas won't be safe for at least another 6 to 12 months. And I don't think the consumer confidence in coming out and sitting in a cinema wearing a mask is viable. And I know I'm making a lot of enemies about this discussion. I'm just speaking my truth. Your truth is your truth, and my truth is mine. And I'm a big DC fan, as you know. Now, they delayed Wonder Woman 84 in 2019. Then they gave it the placeholder. I believe June was a placeholder, right? They put it in June. Then they put it in another placeholder, August, right? And now we've got, and even October is a placeholder. We've never had a real release date for this movie. And of course people are frustrated, because they know they could easily pay money to watch it in the comfort of their own home, and they're not being allowed because of the feelings of other people who want to preserve the theatrical movie experience. Well, I'm sorry. As I said earlier today, that world has changed, and the only reason that all these big releases aren't going straight to video on demand is because the studios are too scared that the audience, you, the consumer, will turn against them and feel betrayed, and that theatre companies, cinemas, right, movie theatres will be very, very upset. I think things are changing in the entertainment industry, and I think the way we're going to see our movies is going to be at home. I think that's the future. I don't see consumer confidence coming back. And I want to see my DC movies. I want to see James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. I don't want to be getting into next year and I still say, well, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad has been delayed. Black Adam has been delayed. That's not what I want. I want to know when these things are going to be released, and I want to have the confidence to say, right, this is going to be released. Now, to some of you watching, these may only be films, and I understand that. And if I was you, I'd be thinking, this geezer's a sad loser. Why is he getting so upset? And as this next sentence is even more pathetic. Movies and DC and superheroes are very important to me. And when I hear a film's being made to be released, I expect to see it in the date it's promised. Now, I understand that no one can help what's going on in the world today. I understand. But I want to see Wonder Woman 84, and I could have easily seen it at home. And as I say, and in this I also want to discuss here, do we think there's going to be some extra footage of Wonder Woman 84 reshoots being done in the next few months? Because where are we now? We're in June, July, August, September. We got a 3 months break now. That's a big, big delay. Who knows? They're allowed to go back and film very, very soon, if not already. I think next week they can start. Hollywood can start production again. There's new rules. There's a new normal, but it's happening. So it will be very interesting to see if there's reshoots with that movie. Because as I say, a 2 or 3 month delay is weird. Very, very weird. So the date you have to look out for is the original date for Tenet, when Inception will be re-released with these new trailers and the new footage for Tenet as well. So I think we have to wait and see what happens here, but we really need to take notice of this, because I think we are going to have a change, and video on demand is the future, and you can deny it as much as you want, but this is exactly what's going to happen. And ultimately, what's going to make more money? Wonder Woman 1984 with a theatrical release, or Zack Snyder's Justice League for Warner Media. What's going to make the studio more money? This is interesting, right? Zack Snyder's Justice League has already drawn nearly 20 million people to that platform, right? That's a lot of money. So it's not just about box office. People are paying a subscription every month. That's worth more to Warner Media than maybe, I don't know, $600 million for Wonder Woman 84. You've got to understand there's going to be a drop here because not everyone is going to have the confidence to go and see that film. Even if the virus is gone, you have to understand that. That's why it makes no sense to prolong this painful agony of go and watch it on the biggest screen possible. No. You mean you want to make the most money possible, but you're not going to do it through the movie theatre anymore. And as I say, VOD is the future. What do you think? Comment down below, like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with the DC Daily. See you again soon.